Good morning, good day, good evening to some of you. Hello, Virgo Feminines. This is Grand Madam with your fall harvest reading. Off the top, Virgo, I have two cards for you from the Sacred Rebel deck. What you want wants you, and going beyond the norm. What this is telling me is that there's definitely something you want to put together, something you want to create. For some of you, there's a goal you want to reach, there's places that you want to go, and there's a place that you absolutely must be. Others of you are dealing with what could be called the perfect situation, which is that's what you want, the perfect situation. However, there's no such thing as perfect. In this order, in this instance, you would use the 80-20 rule. If you are taken care of and nurtured and nourished 80% of the time, then you can overlook that 20% of the time where you're not being nurtured, unless it deals with anything such as abuse, adultery, addictions, the three A's. Then you cannot stay in that situation. Stay out of the toxic situations because what you want wants you, and it may be coming from a totally different direction. Now, going beyond the normal means using your intuition. Some of you may use rituals. You may burn candles. You may chant mantras. Manifestation. You have to go above and beyond the norm. If you want that job, burn a green candle, as well as sending out a resume. But don't just depend on the resume, for example, okay? Do what you know how to do. This time you're doing it for you, Virgo. Many of you are stressed out beyond, you're just so overwhelmed with the situation. Spirit, the healing angels, the divine is asking you to spend some time in nature to ground yourself and to expel that energy into the ground. You can go outside, stand on the grass, pretend to make gestures as though you're cleaning yourself, and then turn around at the very end that you've gathered all the negative energy and cast it down into the ground. Excuse me. If you wish, if you can, some of you may sit in the grass and allow the energy of the earth to absorb the negativity from you. Because right now, when the card of body care pops up, this is a sign that illness is getting ready to come upon you. And it's all anxiety and stress induced. Some of you already are experiencing physical symptoms of a thing. This is in addition to the allergy season, okay? So, ground yourself. Extract all the negative energies from you that you can, and take care of your health. Now, I can always tell when you've been going through a thing, hard times, hardship emotionally. The two life purpose cards for you are sensitivity. You're becoming more, what does it say? You becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. In other words, it's time for you to put up some boundaries because the hurt you feel is very profound and it does not have to happen again with the proper boundaries. Also with knowing what you are going to take from others and what you're not going to take from others. Now this card right here, the card of the spiritual teacher, you heal with your class sessions and seminars. Virgo, you have a story to tell. And you can probably tell other feminines because you have gone through hell and back repeatedly. But now it's all over. And now you can analyze and synthesize as you go through your grieving process. Once you're out of that grieving process, you will have attained a certain wisdom. And it's that wisdom you need to impart on others. You have been initiated into becoming a spiritual teacher. You have mastered your emotions now. You have mastered the pain. And now the pain is dissolving. And you can warn, teach, talk to others about how you did it. Okay? So that's your pre-shuffle. Let's see what's going on with Virgo now. Now, these cards have already been shuffled and cut. I do that to save time. As I said, you have been studying, researching. You are the student. This is the Page of Swords. This is the overall energy right now. So this tells me you are in the stage of processing and learning. Also throw in forgiving. And the situation involved a Page of Cups here. This is a very small gesture in love. You may have expected more, but in the end, in the outcome, you got a little bit of attention, a little bit of love. And this is interesting because I'm looking at this. What you received, someone actually said, when pigs fly. You'll get it when pigs fly. Or someone will make this offer of love to you when pigs fly. Do you see the little piggy with the wings on it? The pigs have flown. The pigs have flown. So basically, you've got a gesture. Let's put it this way. And here, can you see? I don't know if you can see. There's an energy coming from this man on the card. It's almost like his spiritual self is talking. For some of you, there's someone reaching out. You have a husband, spouse, lover reaching out. It's like spiritually reaching out, like almost an astral projection, offering you the love and partnership you've always wanted from them. But let's look at it this way. They're not here to give it to you in full 3D. So from now on, it's like your love will be on the astral plane. And because of that, many of you are throwing yourselves into your work. This is Eight of Pentacles as a distraction. In the past, here's Leo, the card of strength. This is the card of, it's telling you to regain your confidence because you do have the strength to handle whatever's going on in your life. You have the fortitude. You just doubt yourself. Get to moving, Virgo. When one task is done, take a break and then start on the other and complete that. In your completions of what you have to do and completions of your tasks, your confidence will build as you go. Here's the Empress. The Empress is a card of female success. It also symbolizes Libra and Taurus. This is the card of a woman who lives in luxury and enjoys it. This is also the Earth Mother. This is the one who takes a seed, who allows a seed to be planted or impregnated, nurtures it, nourishes it, and grows it into something beautiful and wondrous. This is you, Virgo. Virgo feminines and Virgo God. Now, when I say feminine, I'm talking about the feminine energy, not necessarily just the feminine gender, but the energy. In this reading, the energy is receptive, it is intuitive, it is emotional, it can be chaotic. Well, it is chaotic because it's creative. It creates, it takes something from nothing and puts it into form. That's chaos. There is order in chaos. And Virgo, you are walking order in chaos. You can put all those energies into a form and make something that is very useful for yourself and for the world. So this is a card of female success. Someone has gotten married. Someone is now pregnant and expecting. Congratulations on both counts. So this is Virgo. This is the energy you're walking in, the Virgo. The energy of feminine success. And it could be from this King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a very fiery individual, also a go-getter, a very magnetic and attractive type of personality. No boundaries can hold him. He tops off your reading here. Now here's the star card. This is in the present. Whatever happened between the King of Wands and yourself now is requiring a healing, Virgo. This is also the card for Aquarius. Renewed hope, some success, and healing. Could be celebrity also. A big concern right now is the Page of Wands. You have received some message of a creative project. You're not sure whether or not you're going to throw it away, lay it down, or not deal with it at all, but the message is there. If you want it, this is yours. If you want to do this thing, you can. If you aren't interested anymore, you can lay it down. And now we have the Six of Cups in your present position. This is the card of memories, nostalgia. This is also the card of the soulmate. So evidently, even though the energy of the King of Wands seems to be crowning this reading, the King of Wands is no longer there. All you have left are your memories. And yes, he was a soulmate. And there needs to be a healing from this. Great fears and concern over lies and deceptions of are cropping up here. After the situation ended or there was a separation, suddenly the gossip came out. The receipts came out for the cheating or the lying or the deception or the manipulations. They all came out. What was done in the dark, those secret plans, came out. And now you are, it's like, some of you are hoping it'll run off your back. Others are fearful that it might upset your reputation. And now we have the Six of Pentacles. And it seems as though someone is in position now. They're very moneyed. And they are in the position where they can give to others, make donations that are altruistic. This is the card of the merchant, the rich and wealthy merchant. And here you are, Queen of Pentacles. Caring, nurturing. You know how to take care of the things of the earth. You know how to take those herbs out the ground and cook them up. You can use those herbs, turn them into spices. You can use those herbs, turn them into elixirs for your health. You can use those herbs for anything that you want because you are the Queen of Pentacles. Also, the Queen of Pentacles, even though she's nurturing and nourishing, she's oftentimes married, but she is an excellent businesswoman. She can count her coin, and she knows how to make and invest her coins very, very well. And now we have, here talk about coins, we have an Ace of Pentacles. So now, someone has received a great gift. For others of you, you have to start anew. Start an entire new lifestyle for yourselves. And then the third group, some of you have received an inheritance of large sums of money, and you are starting off anew. Right now, Virgo, here's the Hermit card, and you just want to be alone with your thoughts. You're resting. You're meditating. You've cut yourself off from the world. You are in retreat mode, and that's where you need to be until you can resolve some issues within yourself. The emotional challenge was the King of Swords, the facts that came around, the facts that came out about your relationship, more than likely with the King of Wands. This can also be a judge who's rendered a verdict on whatever situation you may have shared with this King of Wands. But the King of Wands is basically the type of mentality that you would expect to see in a judge, law enforcement official, a scientist, someone who deals with reason, sees things in black and white, doesn't have any interest in how others are feeling. It is what it is with this person. And this person could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini individual, or just someone who has those traits. Also, someone can have this in their chart. in their natal chart. And this is your emotional challenge, dealing with the facts of the situation behind your relationship. And the outcome for right now is the Nine of Swords. Those crows or those ravens are messengers from the gods. And up here in the corner, there's a download. There's a message from a specific messenger from heaven is sending you downloads. Be at peace is the message. Just be at peace. Card at the bottom of the deck again, we have the Ace of Swords. The cold, harsh truth has come out about your relationship. We have the Six of Swords. You're trying to find space for peace, to land. And look, you see the crows are carrying or guiding. No, they're carrying. They have like strings in their mouths. They're carrying you to a place of peace. And now we have the Four of Swords, where again you have retreated into hermit mode. And you've retreated into hermit mode for healing. Okay? Okay. You were stuck for a time because you just did not understand what was going on. And again, this is about a relationship. Oh, shucks. Let's do it this way. Some of you have marriages that basically ended in a death. So some of you are widows now. Others are the partnership. There were a lot of secrets in the partnership. A lot of secrets in the partnership. And it kept you stuck. And it kept you in your head for a long, long time. But now, you're quite happy. Somewhat happy. The Nine of Cards talks about trying to make yourself happy or being happy or content. And the reason you're content, you see the riches at the bottom of the card? Because you inherited a big treasure chest of riches and wealth. But you have 9 and 9. These are endings. These are endings. And so basically, you might be happy for one moment, and then you're down in the doldrums the next. This to me looks like a stage of grief, and I do have the Death and Rebirth card here. Right next to the marriage card, the Hierophant. You have this is so weird. We have the marriage, then we have the death. So as soon as someone got married, the spouse passed away. And that is extremely difficult for anyone to manage. On that note, let's see what advice the Moonology deck would have regarding this. Is it Moonology? I guess. No, not Moonology. Healing. We're going back into the healing. Back into the healing. Spend some time in nature and take care of your health. And now it's time for the Moonology deck. Now let's see. Let's see what the Moonology deck has to say. What advice it can give. The healing angels want you to take care of yourself now. It might be a good time to go see your doctor, your own doctor. For some, it would be therapy. Others, it's a good time for a checkup because you're under a tremendous amount of stress. And for others who still had their spouse or their mate, they have just separated. You have just separated and they have walked away from you. All right, some of you have walked away from them and you're still grieving. But for those of you who have lost a mate, lost a spouse, getting over this is not that easy. It's going to take time. It's going to take years. Don't let people fool you. Because you're going to be, where is that, those cards I have? Back and forth into different stages of grief, happiness, grief. As soon as you think you're relieved, here comes the sadness again. So you're going to be doing that. And then after that, or during that time, up pops the anger. So it's going to take a while to heal from that. So let's see what information we have. So your fall harvest was a hard one. It was a bitter one. Even though you have been thoroughly and well funded, you have suffered a great loss. A great, great loss. You will never have to go through this again. Never. Yeah, some of you widows are very, very young. Very young. You haven't made it to 30 yet. All right. Full moon in Taurus. In your new life, you need to lay down a strategy for your new dreams. Your new dreams need a plan, a practical plan. So what are you going to do? Write it down. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue is resolved, reaches resolution. Okay, and the cardinal moon says be bold and make the first move. Okay, so we'll just one more. Yes, new moon and the eclipse, expect powerful change, life-changing change. So, Virgo feminines, you've had a difficult summer, some of you, and your harvest is relief, wealth for others, and relief, but the sadness still lingers on. Okay? Much love to you, dear ones. This too shall pass.